This is your sister.
Yes.
And she has a daughter.
Yes.
Her daughter is challenged.
Yes.
She and your daughter, according to what I read, were living together. And there came a time when your sister decided that it was best for her to go into a senior community.
That's correct.
Leaving her daughter to find another place to live. When was that?
In March of 22.
Have you always been involved with the care of both your sister and her daughter?
More recently or more actively in the past year.
How old is your niece?
38.
So you started to look for a facility for her, someplace where she would be safe. And you were referred by whom to the defendant's group home?
Well, it turned out my daughter had paid for her another month's rent at where they were living so we could figure out what we were going to do. And the owner of that place told her she wanted her out now. So she was actually homeless for a week.
You mean your niece?
Yes. And it turned out she got an infection and she had to go to the hospital. And so when she got discharged from the hospital, they're the ones that found his organ.
So the social worker at the hospital was
Correct.
instrumental in finding the defendant's facility?
Yes.
Your lawsuit is alleging that you had to, because of circumstances which you will tell me about, take her out of the defendant's group home. It is a group home, I assume, sir?
Yeah.
And you had to do that relatively quickly, and there was some sort of a kerfuffle with the defendant where he scratched your car, destroyed some of the property that your niece had. Mr. Block, in his answer, has a whole different scenario, which he's going to tell me about. On what date, Mr. Block, did the plaintiff's niece come to live in your group home?
I am
You don't
not
know.
sure on the date.
You don't know. On what date?
March 14th of 2022.
I want you to describe the group home that you run, Mr. Block. How many residents do you have?
I have anywhere from 8 to 10 at most times. It's for psychological disabled.
8 to 10?
Yes.
Okay. And describe the house. Give me the address.
It's San Bernardino, California, 92404.
Okay, Sarah, you look that up for me, please. Sure. And are you registered or licensed with the state?
With the city.
With the city of San Bernardino?
I'm a room and board.
I'll ask questions.
Okay.
You give me answers.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
The answer is you're licensed by the city?
Correct.
As what?
As room for rent.
Just a room for rent?
That's the only qualification.
Just don't tell me what the only qualification is. You're licensed by the city to rent rooms in this house.
Correct.
Now, the plaintiff was referred to your boarding house, because it's not a facility, it's a boarding house, by the hospital. Do you know how the hospital got the name of your boarding house? Did you give it to the hospital?
The county collects a list of room and boards.
Of boarding houses.
Yes.
And how many rooms are you permitted to rent in your house?
5.
It's a 5-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet. I have photos if you want to see.
Do you also live there, sir?
No.
Who else lives there?
It would be a house manager and residents.
A house manager.
Yes.
Is the manager also a tenant?
Yes. It's on-grounds manager 24 hours.
Okay, so you have somebody who's a resident who rents a room from you and who acts as the manager of the property.
Correct.
Okay. How much was the rent you were paying?
Well, it varied. It started out at like $750,
And your niece shared a room with someone?
yes,
With the manager.
in the end.
Just a sec. Well, that's okay. She shared a room with somebody.
Correct.
Now, Ms. Lucerno, according to what I read, you tried to keep close tabs on your niece, and you went to pick her up, and there was something that happened that was disturbing. When was that?
On November 30th, I went over there. She had doctor's appointments that day, so I went to pick her up. And before we left her bedroom, she opened her purse and flung some undergarments to the house manager whom she shared the room with. So when we got in the car, I asked her, I said, Liz, what are you doing with her undergarments in your bag? And she said, well, we had been to Walmart and she asked me to put them in there. And I'm like, so you stole them? And she goes, I don't know. I go, yeah, she had you steal them. So that was the straw. There was a lot of other things that went on throughout her stay there, but that was the final straw.
And you went back to remove her property
Yes.
that day?
Yes.
And describe to me what time you went there and what happened.
I would say around 3, maybe.
Had you notified anyone that you were taking your niece out of the residence?
No.
Okay, so it was about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
So we went in there. I had hefty bags. We bagged up all her belongings. And then,
was her roommate there?
yes.
So the house manager was there?
Yes.
Okay. Did the house manager call you and let you know on that day that she was moving out? Yes.
Yes.
Of course. Okay. And where were you, by the way, when she called you?
I was at a community hospital interviewing a potential new client.
Okay. So how far away were you from the house when you got the call from the house manager?
Just driving distance or?
Traveling distance.
Traveling distance would be about half hour.
Okay. Now, it took you a half hour to get back to the property. Did you come directly back to the property?
I finished my interview, then did, yes.
How long did that take?
It was about an additional 15 to 20 minutes with the interview.
So maybe 45 minutes later, you showed up at the house.
I would say an hour.
So when you showed up at the house, what was the purpose of coming to the house?
Well, there was an issue skipped in between that. Before I came to the house, I had gotten a call from my son. He said that some lady had blocked him into the driveway because he was doing an errand for me at the house.
Stand up. Over here. You called your father and said someone was blocking you in?
Yes, they, with their vehicle, they had blocked the driveway.
Okay. Were they loading property?
No.
What were they doing?
They expressly went to block me into the driveway.
Really?
Yes.
They were trying to get away. Why would they stand there and do nothing
was
and block you from...
demanding-
Don't speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Why would they just block you, sir, if what they were trying to do is get the property and leave? Why would they block you? Can you figure that out?
Yes, if I may. They saw that I was not a normal resident and assumed that I had something to do with the management of the property and were insisting that I let them into places such as the garage and,
Just a second. The plaintiff was asking you to let her into the garage?
yes.
Did you say, why do you want to go into the garage?
No,
Did she tell you there was a piece of property there that belonged to her niece?
I wasn't listening to her.
What do you mean you weren't listening? What were you doing?
He's not involved in the property.
Would you be quiet?
Yes, Your
It's
Honor.
your witness.
Yes,
You
Your
brought
Honor.
him here. So you weren't listening as to what she said to you?
Yes.
Why?
I have no pertinence to the
Sit
thing
down.
going on.
Sit down. Anyway, you got there, and there was a kerfuffle when you got there. So now he's gone. Did you finally let him out?
Nope.
Were you blocking his car?
Yes, I was.
Tell me why.
Well, my
Video
niece,
of it.
I'm not speaking to you. You have to understand.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
You have to understand. I've been involved in your kind of businesses, not personally, but have had involvement with those businesses for a very, very long time.
They do have a bad reputation.
They sure do. And if something like that smells, which you say it has a bad reputation, if you're involved in that bad stuff, smell sticks.
And I say one thing and
I'm not finished yet. I want to know why you blocked his son's car.
well, I needed to get that item out of the garage.
What item?
It's a clothes hamper and it had some random things in it.
Who put it in the garage?
I guess his house manager. The garage is off limits to the residents.
Do you know why?
I know
Why
he
is the
keeps.
garage off limits to residents, sir?
to secure food preparation items, because we room and board, so we provide the food as well. If we didn't have it in a secured area, then it would be gone every week before we could make our meals. So we have to secure it in there. And it's also used for when residents move out to secure their items and put it in there so the other residents don't go through it, because they have a tendency, once they hear somebody's moving, to go through it and pillage everything.
So she's looking for her niece's hamper.
Yes, some items.
No, she's looking for her niece's hamper.
Okay.
Everything else was packed up in garbage bags. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the only thing that remained was the hamper.
Correct.
That you wanted to get. He shows up.
Hysterically.
Well, right now you're blocking his son in his car so he can't leave, whatever that means. By the way, when she blocked your car in, did you go back into the house and call your father?
I remained outside. I called him inside of my car.
When you received the phone call from your son, I want you to tell me what he said to you.
He said some lady is yelling at me about getting into the garage, and then she parked behind me and won't let me leave. What do you want me to do? I said,
So you came
I'll
home.
be right there.
And when you came home to the house, tell me exactly what you saw.
Her dark utility vehicle at the end of the driveway blocking my son who was parked on the driveway.
And what did you do?
I was pretty fumed at that point. Somebody, involving my kid in something like that and holding him hostage of sorts. And so I was pretty irate. I started telling her, you got to move. This is illegal for you to be here. And she would argue back.
Just a second. Did she tell you, Mr. Block, that all she wanted was the hamper from the garage?
Yes.
Did you give it to her?
Not at that point.
Why?
At that point, all of her belongings wasn't at that same location.
No, listen to me, sir. Answer my question. She asked you for the hamper. There's no question she did. And she said it's in the garage. Why didn't you give it to her? Did you not give it to her because you were angry at that point?
Yes. I was arguing with
You
her
were
and didn't wanna
arguing-
do- I
you
didn't
were-
want to
you-
cooperate with somebody who's holding my son hostage.
He wasn't hostage. He was in his car, and his father was there. Sit. So you were angry.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you knew that the plaintiff's niece is a challenged child.
Yes, all of our residents are.
And the scene that you made by not giving her the hamper was in front of her niece who was in the car.
It was both ways. She was arguing and yelling and using profanity with as well. It was a back and forth. It wasn't a one-way situation like that. It was an ongoing argument between each other. And eventually I did break it off and disengage to go talk to my son. And at that point is when I figured out how to get his car out of there.
I'm going to look at the video. Did you bring me the video or did she?
I did.
I'd like to see it.
Genius human being.
Okay.
And by the way, the bag sitting in the back
Absolutely
of the
brilliant.
car is where I sat the bag.
Yeah, this is a good idea of justice. Blocking the driveway, calling the cops for no reason. Smart human being. Genius.
That was the entirety.
Who's taking the picture?
My son,
So he was outside his car,
at the moment, yeah.
taking a photograph, hardly hostage. I want you to tell me what you did. Did you put your hands on the car?
No. Oh, yes.
Did
I
you put
opened
your
up
hands on the car?
on the handle, yes.
Well, that's the car. And did you open the door?
Yes.
Which door?
The front door.
Front driver's door.
Front drivers.
Who was in the driver's seat?
The plaintiff.
And what did you intend to accomplish by opening up her door?
Again, not being completely rational. I was just trying to convince her to move. And
Nah, that doesn't convince her. That could scare you if you weren't being rational, going over and opening up her car door.
okay.
Okay. Now, tell me what happened when he got there.
When he got there, he was cussing, calling me every
Got it. He was angry because you were blocking his son's car.
Right.
And he had to come back there because you were moving out. There's
Right.
no question that he would have come back there because you were moving out anyway, because he got a call from his house manager / your niece's roommate who had her steal property from Walmart.
Yes.
I offered her time to come back and get the stuff. It wasn't available at the moment because I thought some of it was at another
There's
location.
no available. All she wanted was the hamper from the garage.
I understand.
That's what she said she wanted. That's not, it's all over the place. That's
Okay.
all she wanted was the hamper from the garage. Everything else was there and packed. She was ready to go. She just wanted the hamper. He had no authority to give her the hamper or couldn't get into the garage. He didn't know how to get into the garage. Actually, I'm sure your son said to you, if you're a smart man, well, what do they want? And I assume he said to you, they want a hamper from the garage. I assume he said that to you, or he wasn't listening. That he wasn't listening to. Did he tell you that that's what they wanted?
Not that I recall.
Okay. So now tell me what he did to your car. He opens the car door.
Opened the car door. I thought he was going to hit me. My sister and niece were scared to death. They were hysterical. Let's go. He's going to kill us, because he was out of control. And he grabbed my car door remote, slammed that door, hit my windshield, went to the back door. He had to have scratched it with this, opened that door, and threw her bags of belongings out in the street. And then, after he got his son's car out.
Well, how did he get the son's car? He went up on the curb?
Yeah, and then he came head on at my car like he was going to hit us head on. Matter of fact, the son in the driveway kept backing up like he was going to hit my car.
Well, you should have let him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have let him out.
Yeah.
You have no right to block him in.
I know, but he should have let us in that garage.
Just a second. It's not his responsibility to let you in the garage. Let's understand each other. It's not his responsibility. He's not in charge of that house. If it was a hamper and clothes you were looking for, you'd be smart. You get your niece out of there.
Right.
You go to wherever you're going to take her, and then you make a communication. Listen, we left a hamper there. Either you get it or you don't get it. But blocking him in is not what you're legally able to do. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
That's why he got frustrated. There's no question about that. He handled it all wrong. You can't put your hands on her car. You can't take out the bags from the car. You can't run over them.
I did not run them over.
You can't scratch her car.
I didn't do that either.
Well, she's going to show me pictures, sir. And that's
Of a
what she said.
scratch?
And that's what she's here for. She has to convince me that you damaged property and you took property without permission.
Well, as the video shows, the bags were not thrown or sprawled out or ran over as she's claiming either.
Oh, no, she didn't say sprawled out, sir.
said I threw
You
them.
touched somebody else's property, and you have no right to do that. You were angry. You have no right to touch her car,
I understand.
scare her physically. And if you threw, not gently put, the bags of stuff Oh, there's no question in my mind that if you're angry and you grabbing them out of the car, you're not grabbing them out of the car and gently putting them down. Whatever. Show me the car's damage, please.
I did not throw them.
All right. Good. Shouldn't be taking care of challenged people in your house. Should get off every list. I know it's a business and I know people have to do it, not you. Okay. Damage to the car.
Right here.
Is this the damage? Is this the...
Crack, yeah. Yes.
Did you have it fixed?
Yes.
I'd like to see the bill for it.
Okay.
So is what you're telling me your out-of-pocket was $250?
Yes.
Okay, to fix your car was more money, but that was your deductible, $250.
Right.
Okay, so we have $250. What else?
He took my garage door opener, so I had to buy a new one.
How much was that?
$134.95.
I didn't touch a garage door opener.
What else?
And the rental car was $366.20 that I was in while my car was getting worked on.
Just a second. Did your insurance pay for that? Yes, they had to.
yeah.
Yes, of course they did. Because if you had a $250 deductible on your car, then there's no question in my mind that you had
Right.
rental car. Okay, all right. $385, judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you very much. We're finished.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The court is adjourned.
That was no problem as far as her moving out. That's the normal part of the business. What was very upsetting was somebody involving my son and trapping him from being able to move.
Because what I wanted wouldn't have taken more than 30 seconds to get. I'm disabled, so I always look for the easiest route.
I do regret I was pretty fumed, but it was because, that Papa Bear part of me came out and somebody was attacking my kid in my head. So
The way he was cussing and carrying on.
I wanted to go full force and I went too far with verbalizing anyways.
Just screen him good.
This was quite interesting of a case, and sometimes when I think about it, it kind of is like stressing me out a little bit, because I think, like, what do people do when they're in those situations? Like when you're dealing with disabled people, and it's definitely a tough situation, and you're looking for as many resources as you can, and it sounds like the business is very shady. These two knuckleheads kind of seem a little, odd, and it's a weird thing that they're even interested in this type of business, but hey, to each their own. So it sounds like Judge Judy decided to side on the plaintiff's side, and I think there's some weird things going on here because something's not right, and I want to know what you guys think, because I feel like there's a little bit more to the story that we're not getting told, and it would give us a little bit more light on the situation. So I want to know, whose side are you on? Who do you agree with? Because I feel like potentially there is more to be said about this case, and I want to know what you guys think. So please let me know in the comments down below.